amazing. Rocky, what is beautiful.
I really don't think they flew 90 billion light years to start a fight.
Some say chill days so long gone, can't bring them back, no magic wand. Counting white cotton clouds, painted on the blue sky shroud. And yet somehow that way is baked with eternal hopeful flair. Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be a free days of you and me. I'm sailing! I'm sailing! I just can't wait for free days of you and me.
He's been cited by Forbes, The Wall Street Journal, Benny Johnson, Timcast, Dr. Jordan Peterson, and even the U.S. government.
But soon they'll wake up to see the summer sizzle in me.
We're doomed. Will this never end?
Direwolf's back and so are you. Oh yeah. Belvedere flying so the moon. Oh yeah. And everyone's singing just the right tune. Maestro blasting on the jazz flute.
We are all participating in mandatory fun activities.
Jelly bean bonus, every flavor in the bag. Super movie star, but first gotta join SAG.
Keep our eyes open.
Wunderkind, super friend, where are you? Get a search warrant for the near clear blue.
It's scooping time.
And can't you believe that? We've been waiting on you, can't you see that? Put away the bad things they said to you.
You are a sad, strange little man. Have my
After all, just have to call and say you're some kind of
Because you are the special.
epic. Epic, epic, yeah, that's what you do. I'm talking about epic, epic, it's all you know how to do. You wake up to epic, epic, it's on repeat for you. Oh, epic, epic, epic. Epic.
Hear ye, come on, come on, to the never stopping daily strife, and it's called simpler times, they beckon so, floating on the water with no foam. Can we get away now, find a way now, somehow step out of this stream into a dream of slow it down. Jay says that he remembers a place before the never, ever, ever, ever severed our tranquility. Counting cars by Highway 30, sitting in the porch swing, guessing colors so poorly. Yeah. Is the next one a blue or red one? Maybe silver, maybe gray. What a way to spend a day.
Ladies
and gentlemen, it's the WDW Pro Show!
Well, it's Monday. We're back again.
It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party! It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party!
Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pro Channel, the Pro Show. We're going late tonight, an hour later than usual, because two of our buddies out there need a little extra time. Valiant Renegade was feeling ill Sunday night, so he's going tonight, and should be wrapping up momentarily. He's going to be sending his crew over here. We're excited to gather all of the VR raid when they come on over here. Come here, VR Raiders, we're ready for you. And then also Vash is doing a special Monday night thing. So, folks, we thought we'd be good friends, good comrades, good allies, and start at the wee hour of 10 p.m. Eastern. So that's why. All right. And, of course, we had a special edition of the Pro Show last night. If you were there, folks, it was a great time. We're happy to have you here with us again tonight, as we have just crossed 200 joining us across Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere else we might be, which is basically YouTube and X. But, folks, welcome aboard. We've got Andy Masterson, we've got Lauren, and we'll be joined by more. Guys, how you doing tonight?
I guess Andy's waiting for me. I'm good. How are you?
That was not sufficient for the delay. I was, with all that drama that was loaded in, with all the buildup, I wanted you to say, I'm stupendous, bro.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm dating Spider-Man. I've got every theater is sold out for the weekend.
Really?
Wait a minute. Say it again.
I checked my local showtimes for 3 theaters in my local area, and they're all pretty much sold out. Repeated shows from like 3 p.m. until 10 p.m.
You don't say.
Now the 3D one is open, but my son doesn't do well with 3D with some of his autistic issues, so we'll go for the regular laser one.
I don't have a ticket for Thursday, and I think I'm going to check to see if there is any availability for me now. Hang on a second. Hang on a sec. What time can I go? I can go at 3:30 after the Pro Show Thursday. Are there tickets? Folks, I'm sorry. I can't show you the screen because I don't want you... Wowza. Well, Pro will be reserving his spot in a theater very soon, as the Pro Show is over tonight, because this is looking more dicey than I expected. You're right, Andy. I'm so glad you said this. I do not need to wait until the day of. I need to get my ticket. That is something to see even the smaller theaters selling out. Wowza. All right, folks, we're going to be talking about that in just in a few, because the projections for Spider-Man Brand New Day went way up. Way up since the last time we talked about this, which was yesterday. And Lauren, you remember this was already crazy, right? I mean, the numbers were nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Way up, Lauren.
Yep.
They went way up. So get ready. Ooh, that's a good doggo. That's a good doggy. That's the kind of dog that makes the rest of us want to get a pet. Okay, well, now we're jealous. All right, let's get to the super chats, folks, and then we're going to get to the news. We got 3 items to talk about tonight. I think we're going to have a great time, and we're feeling just fine. So let's dive in. But first, the superstars. Mark Fields for $1.99. That's it. That's it. Everybody's getting positive vibes. Thank you, Mark Fields. It feels just fine getting those positive vibes. Juliet for $2. Morning, Pro Panel and Pro Rights. Good morning to you, Juliet. Hope you're doing well across the pond. Cyrano's back again for $5. Howdy, y'all. $5 for the goal or for a Lorne shave. You already made him shave. It's going to happen. Charity stream. We're working on it.
That's head. This should still be fine.
Face is on your head, Lauren. Where did you think your face was?
Come on now. This is ridiculous. You can't just go deciding you're going to shave every inch of my head.
Words matter, Lauren. You're the one who said, shave my head. I didn't pick it. Sorry. BlinkOn Pro, well, we're throwing this up there just because it says, I missed the old intro. Folks, we are now days away from the old intro returning. Where has summer gone? So after this week, the old intro is back. It'll be back all the way until October when we switch to our annual Halloween intro. But man, I love summer. I miss summer when it's gone. People say, "Oh, don't you love the cool, crisp air of fall?" And don't. No, I don't. I like summer. I want more summer, darn it. I want summer, summer, summer. And then we can do like 1 month of just snow. Just snow, so I can go snowboarding one time, then get it out of there, summer again. That's what I want. I don't like it when summer leaves. I don't like it at all. I disagree with the whole idea of summer getting out of here. Congress is busy working on that, whether or not we're going to have the time change. Dear Congress, do something good with yourselves. Pass a law that keeps summer here longer. Thank you. Jerkwads. Kaylee for 5. My stock looks to be on the rise. Cracker Barrel is lowering debt, shedding assets. Yeah, like the cornbread Karen. And companies in dead weight, the shills. Kaylee, we're going to be talking about Cracker Barrel tonight, actually. It's on the list. And for 5 more, 4 screens, 1 theater, 13 showings Thursday. It's sold out here. Small town, USA Pro. So I'll tell you this. I'm going to get the tickets. I cannot believe the number we're going to cite to you tonight when we get there. I cannot believe. Like, it's our job to know what's going to happen. It's our job to be ahead of the culture curve. It's our job to be accurate. I can't believe the numbers we're about to tell you. With a straight face, we're going to say it. Can't believe it. Wildfire for 10. How much to protect Lauren's facial hair so he doesn't have to shave? By the way, did you see the baby Lauren in the latest Mary Sue?
$10. And yes, actually, I did, although I don't think that's intended to be me. But it's cool.
So there's a new Mary Sue adventure out?
It was the 3rd episode, but one of the babies is walking around wearing an Indiana Jones outfit. So
Okay. Well, I knew that there's another Mary Sue coming shortly, so I thought maybe that had released. Okay. Thank you, Wildfire, and it's going to be more than $10. Packing protons for 2. Valiant is aware of shave. Valiant is? Are we going to make Valiant shave as well? Blah, 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 blah for 10. For the puppy. And then it gets sad. Recently had to put mine down. You know, sometimes I make jokes about this when people say, we're going to have to put the dog down. I say, well, you shouldn't do that. I mean, it's not nice to put somebody down, even a dog. But it's not a funny joke when it's like this and blah, 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 blah. We sure do hate to hear that you've had to lose one of your beloved furry friends, your pets. So, it's a part of life, but it's one of those ugly, no fun parts of life. So I'm sorry that happened. Andy, it's good to have a good friend, though, beside you. And what's the dog's name again?
That one's Colby. Jack is over on the other side. He's being a little camera shy.
Clever
I know
girl.
it's cheesy, but
get out of here. That's it. Packing for 2. There is a new video of a Korean cheerleader. Oh, that's how it is, huh? Valiant's going to stream over us for just a little bit and play new Korean cheerleaders. Try to keep Wild Bill Thompson on his side? No. Lauren, you get your hats ready, okay? Get your hats ready. And Wild Bill, wherever you are.
Clap it up, light it up, feel that roar.
We shine brighter, we want more. Hearts in the stands, hands in the air. All for the name that we all share. W-I-L-I-A-M T-H-O-M-P-S-O-N William Thompson, that's our man. Hey, we love William Thompson. Shine like the sun, he's number 1. Hands up, hands high, feel that pride. Big W in the sky. We love William Thompson. Shout it loud and clear. Lightning in his heartbeat, champion, we cheer.
Clap it up, light it up, feel that roar.
We shine brighter, we want more. Hearts in the stands, hands in the air. All for the name that we all share. W-I-L-I-A-M T-H-O-M-P-S-O-N William Thompson, that's our man.
That's right. We went full Korean cheerleader. You know what? I'll give you one more Korean cheerleader. This guy.
Oh, wow. That's an introduction. Wow.
There's something different about you. You look more like fake Wizard the White tonight.
Yeah, it'll adjust.
Okay. That's like wizard magic powers that you do
Wizard
to
magic, yeah.
Ooh, contrast. Make the contrast happen. Bring the brightness down.
Nothing but tech problems since the Southeast Game Exchange.
Have you tried this, Wiz? Go ahead. Give it the clap, eh? Yeah, give it the clap. Clap on, clap off. Hey, Lauren, by the way, you got me hit.
What are you talking about?
You got me hit. You pulled a Wilton on me. Last night, special edition of the Pro Show, we played your song. Sing it real quick, Lauren. Just 2 lines of it, please.
You're kidding. Somebody actually... But it's not even the song.
Weird Al hit me.
Are you serious?
Weird Al hit me for copyright.
Wow.
Now, it's not a strike, but I had to share my money with him. So
Holy
just
cow.
That segment out, right?
I felt like, Wiz, no, I'm not going to clip it out now. I get to say that I have helped Weird Al afford whatever it is he buys next. No.
I can't believe they actually hit you for that.
I'm a true friend of Al at this point. So, Lauren, I think we should sing it just live. We should sing, "Since You've Been Gone, doop, doop, well, I feel like I'm getting tetanus shots every day."
This one's on you. If you get hit tonight, it's all you, buddy. I ain't taking the blame for 2 of them.
Wiz, do you know, so Lauren sang a song 25 years ago. They put out this song about Team Fortress. It's been rediscovered by somebody, and it's got 86,000 views. And so we were laughing about this, like how crazy this is that Lauren was famous decades ago and has been rediscovered. And then it cost me. Cost me big. But
Did not know that.
But now Weird Al's daughter can go to college. We did it. All right. Enough of that. Okay, we've got Wolfle McGruffle, the crime dog, for 5. I definitely agree with you, Pro. I love fall and winter and don't want so much summer, too. No. Wolfle, you got that in reverse. I want all the summer. Give me more summer. Unless it is at Greenville, South Carolina for the Southeast Game Exchange where the AC went out, in which case I had plenty of summer on that day.
Oh, too much summer.
Packing protons for 2. Summer is May through September. That's right. And May, September never end. Packing protons for 2. Wilton should shave Lauren.
Why?
Just go with this, Wiz. Think about this. Now, guys, Andy, think about Steve with a arm rod, with a puppet's hand holding a straight razor, carefully shaving Lauren.
Let me explain something to you. If Wilton is going to attempt to shave me, I will also be shaving Wilton.
I don't even know what that means. Okay. Patrick Getaway for 5. A Pro, come up to Junction City, Kansas. Still seats available for Speederman. Seats available in Manhattan, Kansas, too. My favorite Manhattan, right there for you. Packing Protons for 2 tagged you in a new Korean video. Yippee! Paul 12,000 for 2. Trollin'. Keep that Wilton trollin', troll hide. Patrick Getaway dropping 5 beautiful WDW Pro memberships. Thank you, Patrick.
Please, sir, may I have more pro memberships?
What?
God bless us, everyone!
Indeed, God bless us. And God bless you, Patrick Getaway. Kaylee for 5. Real life fake wizard cannot be Korean. He drinks Diet Cherry Coke, eats Lauren's chicken, and Weird Al is very, very tight on his copyrights.
There's kind of an irony in that, in a way.
There is definitely.
So I thought about appealing it, and I even made it all the way through the description, and I typed out on the description. This is me typing it. Okay, little raptor arms. I typed out the humor, the irony, and hey, this is a parody of an original, but by a parody artist. So I think we can come to some agreement here. And then after I typed that out, I thought, what are we fighting here for? I don't want to give away the money, but I thought, Weird Al, if you need it, it's yours. I mean, I'll let you. Rather than get into a situation where there's the 1% chance, your channel gets hit with something because there's a fraudulent whatever. I just thought, it's yours, Al. It's yours. Enjoy the diamond-crusted swimming pool. All right, continue right along. What, Lauren? What?
I am sorry you got hit. I didn't know that was going to happen.
I actually think it's funny. I think I think we should get a plaque. We shared
by Weird Al.
Yeah. Hit with copyright for parody of Weird Al Yankovic. John for 5. DEI may. I need to go to a Weird Al concert and just tell him it happened. John for 5. DEI may not be dead thanks to Odyssey, but it is on the ropes. Cracker Barrel CEO stepped down, hanging around until September or October as consultant. Yeah, that golden parachute comes with a consultation, eh? Paul 12,000 for 5. I want to join the Weird Al sing-along show. Did we get in trouble for all that in our gaming sessions? Crazy. Nope, not a single problem. Not aware there. The Crime Dog's back for 5. I hear you loud and clear, pro. More fall, less. Oh, Woofle, what? Is it the pumpkin spice? Do you just have to have your pumpkin spice? Are you missing it? You got your cravings? You getting the shakes? Ooh, haven't had my white girl mocha yet. Fine. Leaves falling off the trees, everything turning gray. Only thing good about fall is Halloween. And pumpkin spice, I'll admit. Packing protons for 2. $500 to shave Wilton.
What is all of this, like, shaving going on here?
Wiz, it's in your best interest not to ask. It's in your best interest to not get involved in this. Just
actually, he kind of hates wearing that thing. It might be in his best interest to ask.
The fake shave that got the beard gone, huh?
The fake shave, yeah.
Yeah.
Wizard shave just needs a pair of scissors clipping that elastic strap.
Yeah, I mean, it's hanging on by a thread now. Eventually, I'm going to come on and you're going to see a staple through here. That's what
I hope not. I hope we go with duct tape like at Disney World. Triple kills for 2. Justice for Wang Wang. Wang Wang or Feng Fang? John for 5. Perhaps chickens should be allowed revenge. Shaving Lorne? Poultry, you mean? Quite sure he has plucked lots of them.
I've got people for that.
Like this guy, Valiant Renegade, who I believe has sent us a raid out there. Happy to have all the raiders from VR. Valiant says, shave Lorne for $20.
Et tu, Brute. I'm telling you, they just want me hairless. It's weird.
It's a charity. It's going to be
for all this shaving.
Yeah,
actually.
Trading pile! ¿Cómo se llama? No, Kelly Clarkson!
All right, Packing, you're going to hurt me where I don't like to talk about this. For $5, Pro's Weird Al donation goes to fund the DSA party. Yes, Weird Al has gone to the woke side. I know. He was one of us up until about the mid-90s. His family, all like us. Something happened. Why? Why did he betray the message of the Wiener Twinkie sandwich? I don't know. R. Smith for 5. Has anyone thought about the shaving helmet? I don't think we're going to try that one. I say we pass on the shaving helmet.
No, we're good.
We'll try it on culture. Ham the Third for 2. I did a $100 super chat for VR, so all I can afford is $2. Ham, actually, you win. That is the funniest super chat. Oh, nice. Well played. All right, what do we got here? We got blah, 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 blah for 5. Says, okay, Wiz, Thursday, your channel. But what's your terms? Lauren said a rather difficult one to achieve, albeit without fully knowing it.
For what?
They want to shave you, my friend.
They want to oil you down, tie you up, and shave you from head to toe.
I think he actually blushed for a moment.
What have you invited me on here? Look,
this is totally organic. I've had nothing to do with this.
We got enough problems, all right? I have to keep the beard on, okay? Too many people recognize me in public now. I have to keep the beard on.
I have no idea what is happening. I don't know how this has turned into a grift that we didn't even create. Packing protons for 5. Lauren should start a fund to do a Valiant. Wait. Lauren should start a fund to have Valiant do a show in
What? Why should I do this? What? What?
Packing, what sort of strange dreams are you having these days? John for 10.
She's gone mad with power.
Lauren can wear a fake wizard beard as a toupee.
He's got one.
This is
I've got two.
Well, I'm just imagining the bangs, if you use the beard as bangs, just a straight down. Don't leave your own town, Lauren. The Wang Wang thing is about a Chinese dog that was unalived by youths. Oh, come on now. I don't even want to hear this. I don't even want to hear this. They have no animal cruelty laws, but Wang Wang rocked their emotions.
I'm now getting questions from Marvin about why I'm paying Valiant to wear a Speedo.
My message on harming our furry friends: if you cause intentional suffering to an animal, screw you. That's it. And beware those who do so, because they will do it to you or someone you love next. It is the ultimate psychological danger sign. If they start causing harm, suffering on purpose, and listen, I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, but I don't believe in causing suffering. I don't believe in that at all. And so if you enjoy that, or if that's your thing, man, you got deep problems, and so does anyone in close proximity. Your reverse Uno card for 5. I want the fake wizard, to shave Lauren's head and beard if he can manage it. By golly, it's a party.
If he can manage it is the operative word.
If he can manage it.
Is that like if you could travel, or is that like if you held the golden razor, could you, would your hand begin to tremble at the thought? I don't know. I don't know where we are right now.
Oh my.
Valiant, if we got to do news, folks. $4.99 packing is on because the girls shared a swimsuit beach pic on X. Oh no. Well, we know how that's going to go with packing. And he's back. For 2, we won't get Michelle to wear the Speedo. I got a feeling you won't. Folks, there's more super chats in, but we got to get the news, and that's what we intend to do. We have 450 on YouTube, 500 right now joining us on this beautiful Monday night, and we got a big fight on our hands, not between us, but over in Hollywood, Paramount. Turns out, this whole thing, trying to stop them from getting Warner Brothers, trying to stop them from getting CNN, could be coming in large part from Disney. It was supposed to be a done deal. Paramount, Skydance buying Warner Brothers Discovery, and let there be no doubt, it was close. The United States agreed, said, yep, go ahead, make your way, get the deal done. Then the EU said, no problem here either. But guess what? California purposefully mucked up the situation, and now the United Kingdom is following suit. What's really up, though, ladies and gentlemen? Let's take a look at this out of the Hollywood Reporter. Actors Benedict Cumberbatch, Alan Cumming, and Benedict Wong have penned an op-ed in The Guardian calling for the UK to block the Paramount-Warner Brothers merger, explaining that the deal threatens to inflict immense harm on the British public. Well, never have I heard this since the 1940s. What, immense harm on the public? You mean like thought crimes and the paddy wagon coming to get people for daring to think things they're not allowed to think inside the United Kingdom? Quote, as actors and public figures who have spent our careers in the arts in Britain, working with British crews on British stages and sets, we have a responsibility to the public who support, enjoy, and consume the art we make. The UK is being threatened by a media merger that would harm our workers, our culture, and the public. But we can stop it. Now, it's just so interesting that all 3 of these individuals, well, they're working on a movie coming out later this year. ThatParkPlace.com is reporting on this as well. Beneficiaries of the Disney-Fox merger have united against Paramount-Warner Brothers Discovery merger. How fascinating is this that so many of the people coming out and trying to stop this, advocating to kick it to the curb, are Disney bros. It says the campaign to block the proposed Paramount-Warner Brothers Discovery merger has gained another wave of celebrity support, but there's an irony that's difficult to ignore. 3 of the loudest voices now urging governments to stop further consolidation in Hollywood are themselves major beneficiaries of one of the biggest entertainment mergers in modern history, Disney's acquisition of 21st Century Fox. Of course, it's talking about the same situation here in the article. We recommend that you go read it. But I want to remind everybody, this is not the first time. This has been going on. And we've told you, Paramount is going to get Warner Brothers. So what is this about? Well, I think I know. But here, look at this. We go back in time. Variety, April 14th. Florence Pugh Pedro Pascal and more join fight to block Paramount Warner Brothers merger as open letter surpasses 2,000 Hollywood names. Mark Malkin was the writer on this one. I want to show you the names, though. If we scroll down, who were the names trying to stop this? Well, let's read what they say. Said, we have been clear in our commitments to just that. Wrong one. Let's go up here. They say, the integrity, independence, and diversity of our industry would be grievously compromised. Competition is essential for a healthy economy and a healthy democracy. So is thoughtful regulation and enforcement. In other words, all of these celebrities, which includes Edward Norton, Atsuko Akatsuka, Joaquin Phoenix, Ben Stiller, Kristen Stewart, all of these celebrities are saying that this is a threat to democracy. Who's in here? Adam McKay, Alan Cumming, Alyssa Milano, Boots Riley, Bryan Cranston, Cynthia Nixon, Damon Lindelof, David Fincher, Dennis Villanueva, Elliot, the artist formerly known as Paige, Glenn Close, Jane Fonda, J.J. Abrams, Jason Bateman, John Leguizamo, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Margaret Cho, Mark the Ruffalo, Noah Weil, Patty LuPone. The list goes on and on. Oh, Rosario Dawson and Rosie O'Donnell. It's the Disney Club now. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Today's modern Mickey Mouse Clubhouse has been trying now for months to stop Paramount from buying Warner Brothers. Alexandra Steigrad in the New York Post still writes, Paramount CEO is confident, even though they continue to try to block them. So let's talk about what this is all about. Wiz, I think this is about politics. I think that Hollywood and the global entertainment elites deeply fear the idea of the Ellisons, who are centrists, getting a hold of Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers, CNN, Discovery, and everything else, all these franchises. They're terrified of it. They know it's going to happen, I believe. Maybe the celebrities don't understand it because they're goofballs. But the effort here now is to slow this down to get the most money in penalties as this drags out, to hurt the Ellisons as badly as they can. There's nothing in this but vitriol. And so much of it is coming from Disney celebrities attached to Marvel. Your thoughts, Wiz?
I mean, I think it's only a matter of time before it goes through. But yeah, this is an attempt to slow it down. And a lot of the people that are signed on to do the actors and celebrities and such that are signed on to this, many of them are doing this because they're being told, and not necessarily because they have a hat in the race. You know, if you look at somebody like Mark Ruffalo is very outspoken. He's informed about what's going on. He's taken a side, right? I can't quite say the same for everybody else that you named on that list. Many of them are, sure, but are all of them? No, they're just following the shepherds here. And now you have a giant roster of people that are signing on to this request, let's say. But no, it's going to come down to the courts, and it's going to come down to it's probably going to result in the Trump administration getting involved and probably pushing.
Yep.
I just don't see. I think they're afraid of losing CNN more so than they are of losing like the actual Warner Brothers properties. They don't care about that. They care about losing the news network system. They care about losing the media apparatus to the Ellisons, and that is their prerogative. That's their priority. They don't actually care about the thing that keeps them employed. It's funny because, yeah, they don't care about the thing that keeps them employed and going to work and acting and pretending for a living. They don't really care about that. Like, because in theory, if it goes to the Ellisons are going to produce more stuff. Like, they're going to be restarting franchises and reviving franchises from the dead. In theory, all of those people will have more jobs if the Ellisons get the merger here. What they care about most and most of all is as you said, it's a political situation where they're afraid of who is going to control the news, and is this going to give the Orange Man more control of the news? And I think it's entirely over claimed that the Ellisons are, super right-leaning MAGA Republicans. I also don't see them as centrists. I see them as opportunists. I think they are entirely business-minded opportunists that flow with wherever the wind is pushing them. That's where they go. I don't.
Are they being J.K. Rowling? because they dare not agree with the orthodoxy completely. So therefore, they're completely
because they're flowing with the they're going with the wave. They are being. I think that's a great assessment. Yes, they are being J.K. Rowling. They are not MAGA Republicans. They are not red hat wearing Republicans. They're business people, and business people usually lean to the left, whether we want to believe it or not. Corporate America very much leans left. Very
so if I'm Paramount then, and I get this deal done, should I blacklist every one of these celebrities who try to stop me?
See, that's the other part. They're business people. And because they're business people, they don't have grudges like that. Some of them do. Maybe some of them do. But they are just going to say, well, we don't care. They don't take things as personally. You know, this is something that I feel like we've learned with Trump when we hear those little things that he says after something critical has happened. You know, we hear about like the roast, for instance. I think that's a good example here. After the Donald Trump roast and how, you know, Whitney Cummings, a comedian, was retelling her interaction with Trump and how she really laid into him and she really zinged him. And then as soon as it ends, he just goes kind of stoic and just says, that was great television. Very understanding about what's going on. And that's how business people operate. So the Ellisons here, I don't think they see this as, oh my gosh, I am personally offended. We're going to blacklist all these people. They're just going to say, get back to work, make more money. That's all it's going to be.
It's a good point with Trump because, you know, Trump, people don't understand the transactional nature of how he operates and how business people operate. You know, when he said in one of the elections, I guess 3 cycles ago, when he's like, little Marco, he shouldn't be here. He's not even big enough to be on the stage. Might float away with the wind or whatever he did. You know, people might think, well, they're going to hate each other forever. And it's like, oh, well, he's actually, you know, he's in the White House now and might be, you know, right there with JD Vance. Yeah. So you're exactly right. A lot of this is wordsmithing for the sake of advantage. And this is politicking with these names. Andy, I think I'm interested in your thoughts on like just the concentration of celebrities that are Disney celebs, essentially. Like they have no notoriety outside of Marvel or Star Wars. And every single one of them seemingly is jumping on this bandwagon to try to stop Paramount. And it's just, it's such a funny thing to me. It makes me wonder, like, is there an undercurrent in Disney that would love for this new giant rival, Paramount, Warner Brothers, to not be there very soon? And maybe, you know, gumming up the works is what they'd like to do.
It's typical when someone can't compete, they want to eliminate the competition. So they're not capable of making good products. So the next best thing is to take out anybody who can. They're not going to be successful because this thing is going to go through. It's a United States deal where in the entertainment industry, where the United States goes, the rest of the world follows. England can complain all they want, but you know they're ineffectual. They're really irrelevant. I mean, look at the BBC. They can't even keep the BBC funded because people aren't paying their license fee because no one wants to watch the crap that they're making. It does strike me as strange with the talent protesting against this because it would give them more opportunities, would give them more jobs that they could get. They could actually make money. And
they're fighting it hard, aren't they?
It can't be good for anyone's career when your last couple of movies flop because like the writing and the production, everything was crappy and no one wants to see it again. That's probably one of the reasons we don't have movie stars. But I think I think Wiz is right with their fear of not having the stranglehold. I remember about 10 years ago, the left controlled all television except for Fox. Yeah. The motion picture industry, the newspaper industry, except for the Wall Street Journal opinion page, and most of the cable news, and that wasn't enough for them. It's like, what did Hillary Clinton say? If they lose something, they won't be able to have total control, and that's what they fear the most because they know that their arguments can't stand up to the scrutiny of reality. So the best way to do that is to take out your competition. I think what's going to happen is you're going to very quickly see this emerge. There'll be some growing pains, but you're going to get some quality entertainment coming out of Paramount and Warner Brothers once they get their things straightened out and clean house. And it's really going to be threatening to Disney because, well, they've proven that they really struggle to put out quality.
Boy, do they. Lauren, I've got an idea of where this is coming from and where it's going. So here's the strategy, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Right now, the United States government has approved Paramount purchasing Warner Brothers. Right now, Europe has approved Paramount purchasing Warner Brothers. The only entity out there that is trying to stop this is the state of California and the bluest states that united with the Attorney General of California. That has no chance of succeeding. No chance. The play then is, can we add the UK to the list? And right now they don't have the UK, but the English actors, the British actors are coming out in force and trying their best, because if they can get the UK, then they've got something. And they're trying to slow this down. The deal must be done by June of next year. That's the play, but I don't think there's any way they can push it that far.
No, but I don't think that their real goal is to stop this. I do think that in the UK, they now have Andy Burnham as their new prime minister. He is likely going to be, I would guess, even more on board with what Ofcom is doing there. I think they have a multi-point strategy here, one of which is to delay the final approval past the midterm so that they can continue to use CNN as much as they like in its current configuration. And it is also to try and bleed as they go further beyond the date that the deal was supposed to be concluded. To them, that is a worthy goal in itself. So they will delay it as long as they possibly can to cause the most damage to Warner Brothers, Paramount, and to continue to use CNN as their propaganda arm.
Okay. To play along with that, this is how politics works in entertainment. You tell me if I've got this. So they come up with this additional California film tax credit, supposed to go towards saving entertainment. California immediately gives $14 million of that to Disney for a production that's going to happen no matter what. Hexed, right? Or Hex, whatever the movie is. It's a Pixar film. They give them $14 million for a movie that is absolutely going to get made. Either way, it's just thank you for carrying our very left-leaning, some might say woke message. Here's $14 million. And conversely, when the Ellisons say, well, we have forthrightly and in the right way purchased Warner Brothers, we're on our way, it's a done deal. California says, oh no, let's see how many $1 million we can do as a penalty. That's what this is. This is picking the winners and losers, or at least it is giving extra cash to those who carry the water for the Tinseltown political beliefs and hurting those who have any other viewpoint. Fair?
Yep.
Paramount, will they leave then, Lauren? Do they go somewhere else?
If I were them, I would, because from my standpoint, you are a state that is actively trying to do me harm, so I am actively going to do you harm right back. It will likely hurt in the short term. I'm sure that there's going to be tax penalties for doing so, but after those are dealt with, you're not getting my tax revenue anymore. And that is something that I think a lot of people are doing outside the corporate world. You've got people that are leaving states that are taxing them too heavily. They are moving to red states that are more business and personal finance friendly, and you vote with your feet, and your wallet. That is how you affect the kind of change in a way that they can't stop.
We've got lots of thoughts on that one. Let's get it in here. Patrick Getaway for 5. Here's a proposal. Have chickens pluck Lauren's hair, beard, and eyebrows by a bunch of chickens. You can see the whole Wang Wang saga on the China show. I don't want to see the Wang Wang saga. If somebody was mean to a puppy, I don't want to see it. I want him to go to jail. I don't want to watch it. Lauren, will you? Never mind. You. I don't even know how the physics would work on a bunch of chickens plucking your beard and eyebrows.
There's a better suggestion that comes later. I'll wait till you get to it.
Maybe we cover you with kernels of corn all over your face. I don't know. Packing protons for 5. For 2, excuse me. So go for the uncomfortable comedy option. That sounds good. John for 50. John, what are you doing? Dropping an amazing $50 on us. You know what, John? We'll read it in a second, but I think you've made so many happy out there now.
The power of one. The power of two. The power of many.
We need rest. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
All right, and as these were playing, I read this, and now I'm going to feel bad as I read this, so here we go. John for 50. Wang Wang was a community dog in China who was set ablaze while trying to protect her puppies from thug kids. Her unaliving has caused worldwide awareness of animal rights. There were Wang Wang billboards in Times Square during FIFA. They are cruel, cruel people, and when they do cruel, cruel things, it makes me wish for cruelty back at them, but I know that's not the right way for me to think about it, but that's pretty darn despicable. You have to be you have to be depraved to do some of these to do some of these things, and it's part of a broken world that I hate. I hate people being mean, and I hate the suffering of innocent creatures. We're all God's babies, and in this case, we're including puppies like Wang Wang. John for 10. It's pronounced closer to Wong Wong and is basically translated as bark bark. If you see a poster or of a dog with puppies, good Lord, folks, I don't want to read these anymore, okay? I'm just going to tell you, I'm not trying to be mean, but I know there's suffering in the world, and I don't like it. So, you see a dog with puppies surrounded by flames, it's a Wong Wong poster. I like to see the people doing that surrounded by, never mind. Lope Hunter for $4.99. Notice the focus of the Warner Brothers Paramount merger blocking is to delay beyond the midterm. I do notice that. I absolutely do. Packing Protons for 5. Serious news. Zorak Mamdani recently met with the Citadel for his tax the rich spiel. Yeah, you know. Communism in New York City. We'll see how that goes. Detroit. Where the land of... Wait, no. Let's see. Where was it going to be? No, New York. Oh, wait, no. I get those confused now for some reason. John for 10. Just had an idea. Maybe Lauren Getting Shorn can be an animal rights fundraiser. I normally find such things cringy because I hate PETA and Sarah McLaughlin, but under the circumstances, and Lauren has disappeared. Lauren, are you not going to...
I keep needing to sneeze. I'm sorry.
Are you allergic to the Wong Wong discussion? What's wrong with you?
No, I'm just trying.
Seriously,
not to
what's Wong Wong with you?
What's Wong?
Very clever. Two Wong Wongs don't make a right. That's also clever.
I like how you declare what's clever from your own mouth.
Well, of course I do. Who else's mouth would I declare it from?
In the chat. That was
Packing Protons for 5. Shorn the Lorne needs to be some kind of live military. We got animal rights and military. You know what? It's going to go to the canines. Fundraiser. Have some Navy SEALs march out on stage to present the shears. We'll call the Department of War and see if they go along with this. I'm sure they will.
Wow.
I'm sure they will. Nah. What else we doing, right? All right, and folks, I do apologize. I'm not trying to be mean about the dog, and I do care about it very much. It's just I don't like thinking about how cruel people can be, and I know where that can lead us to when we start talking about even more vicious and cruel things. And it's just we know it exists. And we'll talk about it to some degree, but man, the depravity that people can go to and where we would get stuck if we just talk about that. I'd rather think about also some of the heroic and good things that people do out there, because there are people who they protect and they're kind and they're good and they're gracious. And when harm is afoot, they step in to shield others from it. So let's keep all of it in perspective. But yes, we are definitely against all things cruelty and mean. All right. How about we get a superhero in here? Sling us a web. You're the Spider-Man. Come on, Weird Al. Don't take my money this time. Let's sling on over to Spider-Man, because it's looking like we're about to have something maybe we've never seen before. The numbers are going up, 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 and they were already crazy high. Well, folks, what if we told you that the latest numbers for Spider-Man are absolutely, totally, positively insane? And these numbers are so big now that the question I had before, can the Odyssey, can it hold with a movie like Spider-Man coming out? I don't know how that can be anymore. I don't want to be on the bandwagon that says, oh, the third weekend, that's when the Odyssey collapses. But I don't understand how any movie is going to withhold what or withstand what is coming towards them. These numbers are nuts. And if these numbers hold up, like, there are only so many tickets that can be sold in the world for any number of movies. And this movie, well, let's just tell you the numbers, then you all see what you think about it. From IGN, breaking earlier, it says Spider-Man Brand New Day is projected to have the biggest opening of 2026, but that is not saying enough about what's about to happen. Spider-Man Brand New Day is on track to absolutely obliterate the box office this weekend, yes. Various box office analysts have begun to release their projections. Okay. On the lower end of the box office projections, Deadline estimates the film will make a whopping 180 to 190 million domestically. That sounds big, and it is big. That's huge. But that's not the number we're paying attention to. Listen to this. Box Office Pro, on the other hand, is projecting that Brand New Day will bring in $230 to $250 million during its domestic opening weekend. Okay, again, that's insane. That is huge. That's still not the number that I'm talking about. This would be the second biggest opening in Spider-Man cinematic history, with No Way Home holding the record at 260. Another projection from Twitter account known as Global Box Office estimates, this is the global estimate, okay? This is where we get, this is nuts. The film could make $800 million in its opening weekend internationally. That would put it as the second biggest global opening behind Endgame, which opened to $1.2 billion. If Spider-Man opens to $800 million globally, if that's what happens, I have no idea how any other movie makes it in that environment, because everybody is seeing this film. $800 million globally means that's all anybody cares about. That's all any cinema wants to turn on. That's. I mean, maybe the people who go see Spider-Man Brand New Day will then go see the Odyssey after that as well. But, okay, Lauren, you agree with that. Okay, tell me about that. You think the Odyssey hangs on in spite of an $800 million global opening for Spider-Man, potentially?
I'm not saying, excuse me, I'm not saying it'll hang on particularly because of the length of the Odyssey, but I do tend to believe that a rising tide lifts all boats. If people go to the movies, they're going to be predisposed potentially to go to more movies, especially if the movie that they just went to they enjoyed. So I think if Spider-Man is good, and if people are excited about going to see it, that's only a good thing for the other movies that are out there, unless you're a really bad movie.
Okay, so let's talk about that then, because here's the deal. If this movie, if Spider-Man opens to a whopping $800 million globally, which there's no guarantee, but that's one of the projections out there. If it opens to that number, this thing is on its way to $2 billion. Right, Wiz? Right, Andy? I mean, are we talking about then a $2 billion film? Because
I hope so.
2.5x gets it to $2 billion, right?
With Spider-Man, I hope it's the biggest movie of the year financially. But
Why?
It's got to earn it. So far, everything that we have seen with Spider-Man. Now, again, we haven't seen it yet. We're about to see it. Comes out in a few days. Everything we have seen about this, from all the press with Tom Holland and Zendaya, from all of the trailers that we've gotten, the trailers have all been respectful of the audience. Tom Holland and Zendaya have been respectful of the audience. Everything that they have said about the production of this movie has been respectful to the audience. It looks exciting. It looks like it's faithful to the source material. Again, respectful to the audience, both fans, normies, and Marvel fans in general. You've got all of the crossovers here. This looks like a Spider-Man adventure. By all rights, this should be a fantastic film experience from start to finish. There has been nothing polarizing about this. There has been nothing offensive, nothing to zing or zap or poke fun at anybody. And it looks like it's going to be a good movie. Whereas Doomsday has all of this baggage it's trying to overcome and smoke screen and pretend like everything is fine. Spider-Man has only ever been Spider-Man. I want this to win, and I want it to destroy everything, because so far, and again, it has to earn it in the end. We haven't seen the movie yet, but so far, it has been the best experience leading up to the film. It's been the best in years. like the best in years. It's a matter of like what you see is what you get kind of thing. We know there's going to be more to it that we haven't seen yet, but it's just a movie. And Tom Holland has said, like, we weren't going to do this. He took a proactive approach to it, and he said we weren't going to do it unless we were able to put something together that the fans wanted to see. But that should win. That should.
Let me ask about that.
Destroy the Odyssey.
So if it comes out to the numbers you're talking about, it is easily on its path to crossing $2 billion. If it does that, Wiz, $2 billion will follow up the Odyssey that is probably almost definitely going to break $1 billion. Okay. Tom Holland and Zendaya, biggest actors in Hollywood at that point. Nobody's close. And they got Dune and Avengers coming out. And come on, that Tom Holland has to be in Avengers Doomsday. Must be.
I don't know about that. No, everything we know about it is he's not in Doomsday.
But Wiz, if I'm Marvel, if I'm Kevin Feige, I'm on the phone and I'm saying, get him in there for 5 minutes. I don't care. Whatever it takes, get him in there, because this is the momentum they need to save that film.
I think we're just seeing the disconnect here, right? Between
oh my gosh, if they don't have him.
Well, I think, but that's just it. We are seeing the disconnect between what Hollywood wants and will force into being with the Odyssey, or will force into being with Doomsday, despite what the audience may actually want or stand for or believe. They'll control the narratives. They'll change narratives. They'll manipulate audiences into needing to see this thing. It's an epic. You got to pre-order. You got to pre-order your IMAX tickets a year in advance. You got to pre-order your Infinity Vision tickets 7 months in advance, or 5 months in advance, whatever it is, to Doomsday now. But then on the other side we have hold on, Lauren. On the other side you have the Spider-Man thing, where Tom Holland has said, we're not making this unless we could tell a story that fans want. That's the one that needs to win. It has to beat everything financially.
Lauren?
The logical play here is that you bring him in for the post-credit scene, because the next thing they're doing after Doomsday is Secret Wars, and he's got to get his black costume.
Listen, this is the easiest win in the world. Andy, there's no easier thing for Disney to do. Call Tom Holland and say, what do you need, man? We're like, you have saved us. We get 25% of the box office profits from Spider-Man because it's part of Marvel. We didn't make it; it's Sony, but we get 25%. Like, that's going to save us for the year. What can we give you, Tom Holland, to appear for 5 minutes, 5 measly minutes? You and Zendaya, come on down. Anything you need, we'll put you in Doomsday. How could they not get this?
Well, I don't know if that would make people care. People care about Spider-Man. People don't care about the Avengers anymore. Not that Avengers, not these Avengers, not the Thunderbolts, not the Fantastic Four. People like Spider-Man.
So Andy, whoever wants to take this, how could Kevin Feige not figure out, I'm going to put Tom Holland and Hugh Jackman together, and we're going to have an Avengers movie. I don't care who's in it. It's going to be Wolverine and Spider-Man, and we're going to make $5 billion. We're going to make $5 billion off Hugh Jackman and Spider-Man.
The same Hugh Jackman and Spider-Man that they are.
Oh, I know.
Spoilers. In the beginning of the movie, that Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a way to go. Andy, there's free money for Disney. Why? Andy, help me print the free money for them.
Kevin Feige is the same guy that had the brilliant idea that there were going to be more female Avengers than male Avengers, as he said in that quote on the red carpet that time. Now, I'm sharing a screen here you might want to take a look at, because this is what I think is, we know who buys toys now. It's not the kids, it's the adults. So you take a look at this thing here, and this is the new Spider-Man figure. $310 pre-order. They also made an Incredible Hulk figure. It's 20 inches tall with an entirely new body, completely seamless, made out of medical grade silicone, going for $435. And they've made a Punisher figure that's going for about $300. So one thing about Howard Chan is he knows what figures sell and what doesn't. He's the guy that said Hot Toys will never go and make another sequel trilogy figure again because they lost so much money on them. So he knows what sells. They've made 1 million Iron Man suits because Iron Man suits sell. They're investing all this money in brand new bases, new body types, new tooling, new molds, everything. That gives you some idea about the faith they have in the Spider-Man movie. Now, they also come out with a whole bunch of new figures for Doomsday, including Cyclops, which everyone has always wanted, Cyclops in his official uniform. They have Magneto, Gambit, Channing Tatum as Gambit, Professor X. They have a Sentinel figure that's probably going to be out, but they basically want it more simplified. Now, the biggest problem with this is I don't think that they understand where they went wrong. I don't think they know that the exact problem that they made. They think that it was like, something else other than their genius that caused the problems with it. And I think they're also, just as they misread the success of Spider-Man No Way Home, which led into Multiverse of Madness, they misread the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, thinking it was the success of Marvel instead of the success of Deadpool and Wolverine. And I think the same thing is going to happen with this. So we'll see what happens, I guess.
I'll tell you, I've been looking at some of the commentary that's behind paywalls, so we can't put it up on the screen right now. But I'm looking at some of the stuff that people are saying about the forecasting, the box office prediction. And what some of the industry insiders are saying is that it's getting to the point where they don't know how to track it anymore, because once you top $200 million for the opening weekend domestically, they really don't know how to track anything above that, because foot traffic then becomes so unpredictable and volatile that they don't really know like what kind of momentum carries in a Sunday. And so they kind of give up at that point. They just go, okay, we're above 200. Anybody's guess at that point, like how this performs, because it can actually take off with even more people showing up. And they don't have enough, there's not a big enough sample size. They haven't seen movies like this enough times to have a model. So Spider-Man, going to go places we've never been before. Wiz, I'll toss it to you for the final word. What does it mean? What does it mean? And do we claim victory if Spider-Man does this? What's the narrative if we get a $800 million global opening?
I hope it's more than that. I hope it's the biggest opening week. Again, if the movie earns it, right? I want it to be a good movie, but at the same time, everything surrounding this movie going into it has been proactive for the audience, has been pro-audience, pro-fans, pro-source material, pro-legacy. Like they're taking things from the 1990s cartoon for this movie and adapting some of that with the Punisher and Spider-Man dynamic. Like, this is it. Like this is what we want Marvel to go back to being. An $800 million opening. That's incredible. And Kevin Feige should be like, upset, that's something you should be upset about. It's like, Sony can pull this together because Tom Holland has a lot more control now. He's got a lot more say on things, and Zendaya as well. Like they're kind of the powerhouse coming in. I hope it blows the box office away. I hope all the theaters are very happy. I hope every showing is sold out and authentically sold out. Not necessarily just the IMAX showings like we're seeing with the Odyssey right now, right? Where you could go to any PLA screening across the United States and you could see the movie. You get the best seats in the house for the Odyssey right now. No one is actively going to see it. The only people that are going are the people that pre-ordered their IMAX tickets weeks and months ago, okay?
For a 50% extra cost versus a normal ticket.
Extra cost.
Yeah.
For everybody to be saying over the past weekend that, oh my gosh, the positive word of mouth has carried the Odyssey into massive success. That is not true. That is a lie. That is a complete misdirection to the truth, which is you're paying more money for IMAX tickets that made $140 million on IMAX alone domestically, right? I think in just the last 2 weekends. Like that's a huge chunk of change.
But the Odyssey has
first weekend.
The Odyssey has ripped apart I don't know what you call it, the anti-woke. How about that? It's ripped apart the based commentators. Like they are just fighting and attacking each other while the wokies. Yeah.
They give up. They quit. And everybody's turning, and now you have infighting on one side. But this is like, Pro, we talked about it on your show. We've all talked about it on. I've talked about it on other shows as well. This was a plant. This movie was a plant from the get-go. It was an IMAX plant to hype up IMAX. It was, because now look, you're gonna have every movie saying, get your tickets early. Oh, this is a big spectacle. So you have a marketing ploy that you could use. You've got more movies that are going to try to use these IMAX cameras, despite the fact that you can only get them to 3 hours. So
I don't think you can replicate it. I don't think you can replicate all the stuff that came together for this to happen anyway. So they're chasing fool's gold.
Well, that's just it. But on top of that, do you know that they can only shoot 3 minutes at a time with those cameras? They can only.
I don't think I do that.
Minutes. Well, that's what Christopher Nolan said.
So I know that Lou had explained to us how complicated, because how loud they are. You actually have to put these things inside blimps. Like, it's insane, the level of...
Have you seen how big it's? So they put the cameras in these big black boxes, but Nolan said that they were only able to shoot 3 minutes at a time, because then they'd have to reset the film inside of the cameras with the way that they were shooting them, which is why this movie cuts so often. So it's 3 hours of cut, because they're only filming at 3 minutes a piece. So everything is rapid fire. That's why everything feels so choppy. It's a bad precedent for Hollywood. The anti-woke, you're destroyed, because they set you up to fail. This was a setup. They knew what they had. They knew that how they were marketing it was going to be a victory. So everybody that's been calling it out for what it is, and on top of that, the whole representation matters more than anything. There's no Greeks. There's one Greek in the movie. I did the research. There's one Greek in the movie who is unnamed. Coastal City Old Man is what he's titled as.
I'm sure when they shot in Greece, he was just a guy that they said, "You want to be in a movie? You look right. Come on in."
That's right.
Wiz, sometime you and I need to do just a one-on-one. And listen, Lauren and Eddie can join us, but we got to talk about the collapse of the based YouTubers, of the social commentators who just fell apart for this film and suddenly threw aside all the principles, all the math, and just said, screw it. I don't want to lose it. I'm afraid I'm going to be on the wrong side. And therefore, hey, I'll join the woke side for a little bit.
I think they're afraid of their audience calling them out. That's a big part of it.
Sorry, Wiz, we call that a cliffhanger. I just had to get it in there. I know you were about to go, but I said, ooh, mystery. All right, folks, Silent Watcher, member for 2 months. Well, now I'm depressed. Yes, but at least it didn't happen to a fox this time. We've got blah, 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 blah for 5 for the goal and positive, uplifting conversation wishes for all. Blah, 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 blah. We did hit the goal, and I'll be giving away Patreon memberships later in the show. John for 5. The CCP currently has no animal cruelty laws, none. Not even for pangolins?
Better watch out for those pangolins.
Jay for 5. Got my ticket for Spider-Man for 9:30 a.m. showing. It was almost sold out. Who goes that early? I mean, besides me. I'm getting my ticket tonight, folks. I've been convinced.
I would if I could. I'd go.
Why can't
Friday
you?
morning, 8 a.m.
Why can't you get a ticket?
They don't. Where I lived, it's like they start at 2:00. I hate it.
Drive somewhere else.
Oh, well, that's really far.
John for 2. Goal! Thank you, John. We'll give away those Patreons in just a few. Packing Protons for 5. Tagged you on X in a happy timeline cleanser. Ever hear of a Brian Hill doing Disney voices in the parks? Oh yes, I've seen him many, many times. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got this time. Let's see here. Packing for 5. I don't think China, Japan, etc. will see the Odyssey. Spider-Man 500 million 3-day opening. Domestically or globally, Packing? I know that's a silly question. You're saying globally 500 million. Could be, but they're projecting way higher. Way higher. Michael Cooley for 5. Spider-Man opens at my local drive-in with Supergirl as the... Well, that means you can leave halfway through. So I'm guaranteed at least one bad movie. At least Spider-Man is the opener. You don't have to sit through Supergirl to get there. John for 20. Lauren, me participating in getting you shaved started as a joke for me. Just a lark. But you sound like you're on board for the animal rights thing. I will shave as well. In solidarity. If it comes to it.
Thanks.
Reading Addict for 5. For Lauren, thank you for the TF2 song, Team Fortress. I don't like Team Fortress 2, but I liked your song. Glad you rediscovered it on your own feed and shared with us.
Well, thank you, but I still feel bad about what I did to Pro.
I support you singing a line from it right now.
Inspiration has not struck.
Joppy, he's our inspiration, out there for 200 crowns. I'm sorry for missing the member panel. I woke up and saw streamed 2 minutes ago. Oh no! In my YouTube notifications, which was, to say the least, a disappointment after everything I had prepared. I guess next month, or I guess next will be next month A. It will be, because we're down to just a few days left. So next month, August, will be the next chance, Joppy, and we can't wait to hear from you. Reading Addict back for 10. And a start to save Lauren's hair and beard mustache. At the very least, save something on the poor guy. Let him have some dignity. Good luck, Lauren. I tried. Because of this 10, Lauren can save his left eyebrow. Sean, formerly John, for 199. Power to the Niners. Will D23 have an announced retrack of Matterhorn? Maybe.
Doubt it.
I think you're going to get a Space Mountain announcement in Disney World, and I think you can get a lot of fluff and stuff. They need to announce something about Journey into Imagination at Epcot.
Do we have friends going to D23?
We do. We've got coverage happening there.
We need somebody to go to the Kingdom Hearts panel.
Okay, we can make that happen.
Be big.
Okay, yeah, we will have people over there. We'll make it happen. Joppy is being so kind to us. 20 pro memberships so that 20 more of you can join us when we have Joppy on board for the live stream, but also all kinds of member exclusive content, including Genre Guys, coming out in the next day or two. Joppy, you've done it. You've released the shills.
At least that's what I hear.
Wait, what?
Let's go.
Jabba, right?
Oh no!
It's a Sarlacc.
Star Wars Outlaws pre-order available now.
Guys, this is one of, if not my most anticipated game of the year. Anything that's got me going pew, 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 you know, sign me up.
I gotta say, the concept of this is enough for me to go, I might even pre-order this.
I might even pre-order this. Come on, do it for your boy.
The candles come in knuckle scent.
You can't unsee it now. You just can't. You can't unnotice.
What you don't know is she presses her knuckles into like maple syrup before the thing. So that's she just she gets her hit. Maple syrup, I love the stuff. Caveat ties for 5. Point I made earlier. Now for Wiz. Nolan used to inject classical themes in modern settings. Odyssey injects modern theme in a classical work. Your thoughts, Wiz?
Yeah, it's not. I posted a video on this today over on the Real Life Fake Wizard channel, which please go check that out after we're done here. This is not an Odyssey movie. This is just a Christopher Nolan movie, and I think we need to look at it through that lens.
Wiz, how I hate to talk shop with an audience, but let's talk shop for a minute. How are your Odyssey videos doing now?
I missed the boat. I can't get a good gauge on it.
So I was on the boat. I was riding high. Now I cover the Odyssey. Collapse. I think people are sick of it. I think people are sick of the fighting over it.
I completely agree. I'm one of them. I want it to go away. It was just, it took me 3 days to script this video, and I'm like, I'm going to just post it. I didn't realize how dry the well was. I would have done something else with my time.
I think people are sick of the Odyssey. I think they really are truly sick of, and I think our side blew this. I think our side blew this because they just immediately stopped doing the math and covering this in an honest way. And that made people say, screw it, I'm not going to watch this stuff. I don't want to hear what people like. And so now everybody, right? It doesn't matter if you're going to cover it the right way. People are just like, I'm done. I don't believe this, and I'm not going to watch it.
It's because it's a mediocre middle movie. If it was adamantly bad or adamantly great, you'd have a better defense. So people are seeing it like, what is all the hubbub about? And why are people taking such strange sides? Why are we dying on hills or giving?
That's a good question
for this movie. Like, what are we doing? This is completely Hollywood manufactured, and we all fell for it in some way.
And a bunch of people fell for it simply because, oh well, I'm a Christopher Nolan bro.
Oh my gosh, the Nolan Bros are
really
the Swifties of cinema.
Ouch!
They just are.
All right, folks.
Yikes!
Final story of the night. Let's talk about it. Cornbread Karen, she's kicked out of the Cracker Barrel. You know, we had a lot of fun last year with the Cornbread Karen. Julie Massino is her name. She is the Cracker Barrel CEO, and I just want to let you know she's been let go, and we know why. We've been mocking this for a while. I want you to hear how she sounds when she was on Good Morning America in 2025, bragging about the blandification, the wokeification of the brand that is Cracker Barrel.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite.
Give us another soundbite. But what did she sound like afterwards when she went on with Glenn Beck and she was in Nashville, Tennessee, trying to save her derriere and stay the cornbread queen?
Were you surprised you weren't fired?
I feel like I've been fired by America.
I bet you did.
We went from, let me give you another soundbite. I'd like to talk to you about what we're doing with the blandification of our brand, to, I feel like I've been fired by America. Yeah. Oh, chameleon she was. NBC News now has this one. Cracker Barrel CEO replaced 1 year after rebrand triggered customer backlash. Let's see, is this a commercial or are we going to get actual stuff on this? Get in there. Oh, here we go.
First course after eliminating its old-timer style logo and then rolling out a new minimalist design. Long-time Cracker Barrel customers were outraged. Sales dropped immediately. Even President Trump weighed in, urging the company to go back to the old logo. Take a listen to how outgoing CEO Julie Massino put it on the Glenn Beck podcast.
We've already heard that. Let's skip ahead. All right. She says she's got fired. Okay. A little bit more.
Well, the CEO a year later is out, right?
Yeah, and it's really surprising timing here, Tom, because just 6 weeks ago, Cracker Barrel raised its profit forecast. They said operations have been improving. They said guest satisfaction was up, that loyalty memberships were growing. So basically, the turnaround plan was starting to work, and now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the CEO is out, and that's...
Oh, I can't imagine why, and I can't imagine why the narrative is now going to be, she fixed it! She fixed it, and all of the stuff that happens as we go forward now is going to be like, shit, it was because of her. It's not because of the new guy. PR Wire has this. It's where they put the press releases for these corporations. Cracker Barrel announced a CEO secession. Says David Dino, appointed next CEO. He's an Outback Steakhouse man. They brought in the Outback Steakhouse man. And Julie is going to get her golden parachute as long as she stays on until October to be an advisor, a consultant, et cetera, et cetera. But we got a new guy. Guys, I'm going to take the victory lap on this. I hate it for the lady who's been kicked to the curb. But Lauren, we knew this was going to happen. It was a matter of time. The stock, maybe it trickled up a little bit, but this is what happens to smaller companies, a.k.a. not Disney. When they go woke, they go broke every single time. Disney's big enough that they can take the hit and then they subsidize all the losses with Disney World, which now is suffering itself. But smaller companies like Cracker Barrel can't afford to do what Disney does. They went woke, they went broke. Lauren, it's another one bites the dust.
Yeah, I'm sure glad they took some effort to put out that fire they started. And that's the real issue here. You're going to Cracker Barrel not just for the food, but for the atmosphere. There's a particular vibe that you're going there for. It is designed to be homey and make you feel like you're at your grandmother's or your aunt's place in the country. And when you want to turn it into something else, a modern minimalist little place with mimosas in the morning, you're catering to wine moms, not to people who want to get back to their childhood country home.
That's exactly right. Andy, they were doing all kinds of crazy things at Cracker Barrel. They stopped making the food fresh. They changed the menu completely. Suddenly, it wasn't the country cooking or whatever it is that you're going to Cracker Barrel for. Suddenly, they were trying to be, like every one of these other little breakfast hubs that's opening up, these little places. What is it? First Watch? Is that the name of the one that's led the way on this? Yeah. So, Andy, it turns out that people were not interested in beignets. They wanted their biscuits. and Hip Hip Hooray Cornbread Karen is out of there, even though they tried to save her derriere for so long. Your thoughts, Andy, on yet another go woke, go broke, Jaguar, Bud Light, Cracker Barrel?
I don't have sympathy for her or Alyssa Heinerschleit with their famous Bud Light debacle.
By the way, Andy, did you know that Cracker Barrel, the rebrand, they hired the Bud Light people to do the rebrand? So this was literally the Bud Light people that did it.
Well, I mean, there's a certain what was the William F. Buckley once said, I think it was him, that there's some ideas that are so stupid only a college graduate could conceive of them. These people have gone to school so long, they've never really dealt with the real world. They don't know the brand. They don't know the people, their customers who go there. You're going there because you want a laid back, old time feel to relax. You want good, country food, and to polish it into some kind of bland, identityless thing. It's amazing that these people that are so obsessed with identity take away the identity of the things that we love because they can't tolerate it. They don't have control over it. Now, I don't know if the buying public at large, whether their tastes are diminishing or whether it's like, it could just be the sheer cost and expense of eating out these days because, well, I remember when the minimum wage went up to $15 an hour and everybody said what a good thing it was. And all these places now are replacing servers with robots and they're the places are closing up because nobody can afford a burger anymore. And
who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, well, it's anybody that took an economics class would have understood this, but of course, we don't do that. We just think with our emotions. So hopefully, we'll see a turnaround that in the hiring practices. And I have friends of mine that are in corporate America, and they are saying a lot of the DEI things are being reversed because it's costing them great deals of money.
I believe that. It looks like it did with Cracker Barrel. Wiz, are you able to see the chart on the screen?
Yes,
Okay.
I can.
Wiz, I think I know why she's gone. I'll explain. But I do want to say the crazy thing about Cracker Barrel, if you look at this chart, is that Cracker Barrel, what they wanted to do is they wanted to expand into the Pacific Northwest. So they started going into Northern California, Oregon, Washington, etc. And as they did so, what they were determining through their focus groups was that they were uninterested in some of the Southeastern cooking styles and the foods, right? And so rather than say, all right, well, in these Cracker Barrels that are in this area, we're going to geographically lock this into being a little bit of a different cell. We're going to have a different menu for this region. Instead, Cracker Barrel said, we're going to change all the stores to chase after this one geographic region, which is crazy because they were doing so well in so many places all across the USA. But they wanted this extra region, and they said, we're going to change everything to get there. Okay. That's what starts the slide that you see on the chart there, going all the way back a couple years or 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, we get the slide down. Wiz, what I think cost her job is that yes, they did get a slight bump. They got a little bit of a turnaround, but it plateaued. They've been plateaued now, and this stock needs to get back up to where it was in 2022. It's not going in that direction. It's not, no financial advice, but it's just down here. And down here is not where they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to be where they were in September of 2025. They're supposed to be on the upwards move. That didn't happen, and thus she had to get the boot. Your thoughts, Wiz?
Yeah, I remember when we covered this here on your show last year when all this controversy happened. I have not been to a Cracker Barrel since then. Now, I understand that they rolled things back, and it was like, oh, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're going to roll some things back. The damage is done. You've played your hand. We know who you are now. And I think there's a lot of people that just feel similarly, and a lot of people haven't gone back. And there's just, the more we've learned about, like, Cracker Barrel is done. I think in the populace, like, unless you're driving by, and which was the original clientele, you're driving by and it's like, oh, let's try the Cracker Barrel. It's okay. We're it's a road trip restaurant. It's not something you go to for beignets or like the First Watch, as we said earlier. But I think once we learned about like the inner machinations of this company, I'm like, I'm not interested anymore. What I didn't even know until last year when we covered it, I didn't even know that Cracker Barrel was on the stock market. I didn't know that. And now that I know that, now when you walk in that old timey vibe, that's all fake. It's all super fake.
Right.
It's, that you think it's like the old timey kind of store, and they just have some of these tchotchkes and stuff that you don't really see everywhere. It's a unique experience, you'd think. But now that I know that it's corporate, it's fake.
So what would you do? If you were hired to be the CEO, what would you do, Wiz, to fix this? Because you say it's done, it's over, I got you. It's facing Buc-ee's. It's an interstate stop that was suddenly selling alcohol, which is stupid because you're an interstate stop. How do they fight Buc-ee's? How do they prove they're authentic again?
I don't think you can. The amount of money you would need to invest to compete with Buc-ee's, which is a place that people will when they have to take a leak, they will hold it for miles on end to get to the Buc-ee's.
That's
because
right.
They know what they're going to get.
Hold it for the beaver.
Quality. You got to, yes. But also the food quality at the Buc-ee's is great. Everything that this woman has done, and maybe it's not just her, but her leadership team, her surrounding her, the leaders inside this company have been cutting corners like crazy. They just have. The prices have been going up. The quality of the food has declined. And that was before all of the like marketing nonsense happened last year. Like this is a company that once I learned that BlackRock owns 15%, BlackRock's the majority shareholder on Cracker Barrel. Well, I'd rather just go somewhere else. I just don't care. What can I do? There is nothing I could do. I don't have any ideas that could fix this company.
Wowza. If there's anybody who could do it, I would think it would be you, Wiz. You got the magic touch.
You're going to need somebody really smart to come in, and they are going to have to spend a fortune. But unfortunately, we've seen behind the curtain. We've seen that they're just a corporation that's wanting to play ball in the Californian-esque markets. And that doesn't work for the rest of middle America. That doesn't work for the Eastern South.
I'll tell you what I'd do.
Play to them.
I've got an idea, okay? Because listen, they got to do something. And you say they're toast. You say they're cooked. I got it. But if you're the CEO, what could you do to start fixing things? And I say you could get rid of the alcohol, which is going to be super unpopular with your investors in the short term, but long term, it's a wise decision. Get rid of the alcohol and bring back the giant frosted mugs with the root beer and the lemonade and all that stuff that was great that you couldn't get anywhere else. These huge frosted mugs that they used to have. Do that. Go back and start showing people we're determined to recapture that nostalgia that you were supposed to have when you came in here. Do that.
Well, to talking to the point about the alcohol with the investors, these investors don't know what they're talking about then if they're going to be upset about removing the alcohol. Alcohol consumption is down, especially with the youth. Alcohol is down.
It's an interstate stop. You can't drink and do an interstate stop.
They tried catering it, whereas Buc-ee's understood exactly what it's supposed to be, which is people are driving in. You may never see those exact people again, but you'll catch the next people driving by. And that's what it should be. That's what Cracker Barrel should be. They decided to make themselves more of the town that we are in. We are catering to that very specific town. And that's not what Cracker Barrel's business is. They tried to change the entire business and it crippled the business.
You know what Buc-ee's, their business model is, in my opinion, what if we gave people Bellagio-style restrooms on the interstate, and then as they leave, after they've had the most wonderful restroom experience of their life, what if we said, oh, by the way, here's fresh barbecue?
Yeah.
Lauren, you're just realizing that's what the Buc-ee's pitch is?
I don't know that I would. You know what? I'm just going to leave it there.
Lauren, there are paintings in the bathroom.
I have been there. I've been inside the bathrooms at Buc-ee's many times now.
The only person unimpressed with Buc-ee's restrooms is Marvin with his Japanese toilet. He always says to me, why don't the Buc-ee's toilets talk to me? And I say, what's going on with you, man? What's going on with you?
He might have a point, but Buc-ee's is still great.
Oh, welcome to Buc-ee's. You're a big boy. Come and sit down.
you
Go
going to
ahead,
leave
Lord.
that in the
Did you say rectum to Bucky's? I swear that's what I heard.
I would never say such a thing.
Welcome to Bucky's.
Welcome.
No.
Recum to Becky's. I don't know. Sorry. All right, folks. We got 2 super chats. Then we're going to give away those Patreon memberships and wrap this thing up for tonight. We got Cherokee Bear out there for 2. White woman with glasses. Want to be the next new Coke. That's right. New Coke, new Cracker Barrel. No joke. This one sunk them for good. Smiths and Sons for 5. Since you've been gone, I can eat biscuits with jelly and jam again. Since you've been gone. Lauren?
Nope, not falling for it.
Fine. We're trying to get Weird Al some money, okay? He's on hard times.
Did you play the song or did you sing it?
Lauren played. We played Lauren's song.
Right, played it.
Completely original lyrics, completely original track, all new vocals, nothing. I mean, it's not even the same.
It's Weird Al copied.
Weird Al took my.
It was a parody of a Weird Al song. We were parodying Weird Al. That's part of what made it funny.
Oh, no, that's ridiculous now. So he's copyright claim for doing what he does.
I'm going to get an accordion and send it to him just so he can say, I'm going to be okay. I want him to know it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and we're here to save you, Weird Al.
That's very funny.
I appreciate that. I didn't know if anybody would get it. All right, folks, it's time to get out of here. But before we do, let's get some Patreon memberships out there. As I do so, Wiz, tell the folks out there where they can find you and what you're up to, sir.
Yeah, you can find me over on Real Life Fake Wizard and also Fake Wizards. There's 2. There's many channels now, but one is a review channel where we're trying to drop reviews every so often. And then there's the main channel where we do very, very in-depth lectures that take days to write. And
Andy Masterson, where can people find you?
Laboratory of Mayhem. I'm, I think, 11 subscribers short of 2,000. I just did a review on this guy, the Hot Toys Daredevil figure from Born Again. That's up there with also with some comparison shots to some third-party figures that go along pretty well with them. So if you're interested in getting into the collecting hobby and want a somewhat cheaper alternative, there's some pointers on there for you for that.
Lauren Connor, you've got Lauren and Apollo tomorrow?
Yes, we do.
What's going on? What's going on?
It is going to be our 1-year celebration of the Lauren and Apollo show. We technically did.
Happy birthday!
It's going to be 1 day short of the actual year anniversary.
Can I take it? No.
What can I do? I either got to do it 1 day before or several days after. So this one was closer, so this is the day we're celebrating. But we've got a special guest tomorrow night. That is Chad Arndt, who is often in our chat talking about a project that he's been working on called Snout. And we're going to talk about that with him and his writing partner tomorrow evening. Hope you'll all join us there.
All right, folks, we've got the link out there. If you click it, you will get a Patreon 1-month membership. Go over there and hop in. Have a good time with us. We'd love to have you. And we've got 2 super chats as we get ready to say goodbye. Packing Protons for 10. Breaking. Democrats officially flipped Florida House District 47 after GOP Representative Paula Stark is removed from the ballot for failing to submit required paperwork. Well, that's one way to win, eh? Packing Protons for 20. El 20. We had a place in New Jersey called Michelle's. Old world Italian style. Great menu, mural paintings, dim lighting and candles. Father died, kids took over, removed all the personality, bland white tables, new menu, never went back. Poor Michelle's. But I remember the good old days. Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days at Sweet Michelle's. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get on out of here. We bid you adieu. We wish you well. Come join us tomorrow at noon for more Pro Show. And don't you know it, we've got a video coming out at 7:45 a.m. Don't miss it. We'll win it for you. Keeping you ahead of the culture curve, you bet. Go subscribe to all of our guests. Take care. And ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, good night.
The mainstream media just can't understand how it is we continue to do what we do. They don't realize that we are powered by you, and you are...
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
Folks, we've still got decades and decades left in the can. It drives the mainstream mad.
Would it make you feel any better if you knew that what we're asking Matthew to do is a holy thing?
You see, we're on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God.
Now you're gonna put me right back in the joint.
They're not gonna catch us. We're on a mission from God.
So, folks, as we always say as we end each and every show here, and we mean it, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Every time they hit him, he stood back up again. So they hit him harder. Still, he got back to his feet. Standing man.